Alright guys, although I'm focusing more on aesthetics for this build, but the CPU I'll be using will still put out great performance. I'm talking about the legendary Budget King, the i7-4790, which like at 3.6 can go up to 4.0. The cool thing about it is that it only costs about $30. You can even get it on eBay for lower. I purchased mine for $10 that I got in a bundle deal from Facebook Marketplace. This CPU is about to be 10 years old in a couple weeks. I bet you with the right graphics card, this CPU will still give great performance. I'm talking about like a GTX 1660, GTX 1070, or RX 580. You will still get great performance at 1080p. I purchased this motherboard for $42 on Mercari.com. This is the Z97X from Gigabyte. This motherboard still has some cool features, even though they age. It's on the socket 1150. That's the Intel 4th Gen socket. It comes with 4 DIMM slots. We could go up to 32 gigs of RAM. It has an 8-pin CPU power for cool overclocking. It has an M.2 socket, which is pretty cool. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 fan headers, 5 if you count the CPU fan, and it has a USB 3.0. It has 6 SATAs for additional storage, and also it has 3 regular USB headers, and this is our front panel, and also this is for the audio. So let's go to the back. Let's see what we have. We have 2 USB 2.0 DVI, VGA. We have HDMI. That's for our display. And we got 4 USB 3.0 internet. And that's our audio output. So this motherboard is pretty cool. I really like it. And then I really purchased it too for the aesthetic that I'm going. Also this build, like I said guys, I'm focusing more on aesthetic rather towards performance, but also the performance will still be good. Alright guys, for our CPU cooler that's gonna cool the i7 is this Thermalright Assassin X120 or SEV2. I thought this fan was ARGB. Unfortunately, it's just static RGB. It's not gonna move. It's not doing anything. But so in the box you get one fan, 120 fan. We do get a thermal paste tube, which is pretty good. That saves us from $5 to $10. And then you can see all the sockets that it supports. Basically, you could literally see all the sockets out there. And then we do have 4 copper, 4 heat pipes on the back of it. So this is a good purchase. I really like it. The only downside is just this fan does not ARGB. So for storage, this is what we'll be using. I purchased these from the same bundle that I got the CPU on. So the bundle was $110. So it came with 2 CPUs, which was on the i7-4790. I believe it's a G2030 CPU. It's pretty old. And it was 5 SSDs, 5 256 gigabyte SSDs, and 5 hard drives. This one is a 500 gigabyte, but all the other ones are 1 terabyte. So I will put these 2 together for storage. As for RAM, I will be using this 16 gigabyte kit, the 2 8 sticks from Corsair. They're DDR3 1600 megahertz, and they're pretty standard speed. I do have some 1866 from a Data, I believe. That's the brand name. But the only issue is that they are yellow, so they will literally mess up the whole aesthetic of the build. This should do pretty well. This is the power supply I'll be using for the build. I purchased it on Amazon for $35. It's 600 watt spirit power, and it's from Apevia. It's not 80 rated. It should do a decent job. The only thing is that it's not modular, so you do have all the wires in there, but at least it comes with two 8-pin PCIe headers, so which is really good. And he has a bunch of Molex and a couple of SATAs also, so it should work perfectly for our build. I purchased them a very long time, and then that's just for aesthetics. Like I said, since we're going for aesthetic, this is the 24 pin. We have the CPU 8 pin, and this is for our graphics card. Since we're only gonna need one, that's the PCIe. Okay, for the main event, this is this beauty we'll be using. I really love the aesthetic of this card. This is the RX 480 8GB model, which came out back in 2016. Also, it supports DX12, so that's pretty good. That means we could still play modern games with it. So this card is still, this is a good budget card. It will still give you good performance for like 1080p medium. It should do a very good job for esports, like especially like Fortnite, Call of Duty. So it was still, I say with this card still can bang. And also it only requires an 8 pin for the power. Although AMD is not supporting it with drivers anymore, but it still performs good. So this card will definitely fit the aesthetic that I'm going for this build. And then also, it's the reason that I would say that why this build is above $300 is because of this card. When I bought it, I purchased it on Mercari. I purchased it on Mercari for $78 because it was way back, and then I just never used it. But if you buying one right now, I would say it's probably gonna be $65 and under. You probably could get one, and then depends on the brand or the style too. So I would say, so for $60 and under, to me, it's still worth it. So now let's just start with this build. All right, so in overall, the PC came out fantastic, guys. I really like it. I really love the style of the case. You know, it's like a kind of like a fish tank, but it's not, it's smaller. So, which I really like that because it takes less space on your desk. And then also, I really love the black and red theme. It looks amazing. And only one small hiccup I would say during the build was that the RGB fan the CPU cooler came with, it was a stale RGB, so I had to use one of the fans I was gonna put inside, like on the case, but I had to use it, but it still came out great, which I really like it. And then let's see, if you're building this PC today, it will definitely be like around 270. If I'm building it on based on the price today, it would be like 270 max, I would say, because if you go on eBay right now, you literally find like a CPU. They're places like the CPU is probably like under $30 and under, but it's always best to buy them as a combo. So I see like some people selling it, the motherboard, the CPU and RAM for like, I would say probably for like $60. So you could still build this PC for less. And then the case, the cool thing about this case is that that's a case you could still keep for the future because it looks great. So let's say you want to upgrade the parts, you could do that. And then also the fans are RGB. Like the fans can always change colors and everything. So let's say if the person want to go with a different theme. But then overall, everything looks great. The PC, like I did all the recording in the PC, so that's why like the frame drops, like doing most of the games. But the cool thing about this CPU that I really like is no stutter. That's why I don't really use the i5. If I'm using i5, it has to be F gen and up. I don't really like the early i5 because they stutter too much when it comes to games. So that's why I mostly use i7s, like the older i7s, because they performs well. No stutter. I play really smooth. Play Fortnite really good. Even COD. I had fun doing it. The BR also. Cyberpunk, no stutter also. So this CPU, this i7-4790, is still a CPU that I would say that it will not be e-waste a year or 2 years from now. It will still perform good. So and overall, I love the PC. So guys, this PC I will put it up on sale on Mercari.com, or if you're in the New Jersey area locally, you can just check me out. And then also let me know that you saw the video on YouTube and everything. So I always give somebody a discount. So and overall, everything is good. Guys, please do me a favor, like and subscribe because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can continue to make content. And then that I would appreciate that. I do love the feedback. So anything that you guys wants to ask me, if I don't see it like the first day, I will definitely answer the next day. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.